Welcome back everyone to the Your Hidden Treasure channel. Have you ever procrastinated about getting things done that you really wanted to get done? I know I have. And what is known is that procrastination is the silent killer to dreams. So I'll give you an example. When I have to get an assignment in for school, I tend to wait until I have like a large amount of time, like 5 hours to get it done. Now, when will I ever have 5 hours to get an assignment done? Instead, I could have just broken it down into small increments. Here's the big distinction. It's not that you or I are procrastinators. It's that we have tendencies and habits of procrastination. Once we can understand that, that is key to changing our habit. Did you know that procrastination starts around the ages of 6 to 12? Because at that age, if you think about any of the kids that's in your life right now, at that age, they're always concerned about avoiding their feelings of not being successful or getting things wrong or right. And it's also about the outside validation. At that age is when we really learn and create the pattern and habit and tendencies to start to procrastinate. Every habit has 3 parts. And remember, procrastination is a habit. So the first part is the trigger. And believe it or not, the trigger for procrastination is stress. The second part is the pattern. What are we consistently doing? And for procrastination, the pattern is avoidance. The third thing is the actual habit. And in procrastination, the habit is procrastination. So actually, procrastination is our stress reliever. Yeah, I know it sounds a little weird. However, that's what we end up doing. We get triggered by the stress and then avoid, and the stress may not even be the particular thing that we are working on at that moment. However, we get triggered by the stress and then just avoid what it is that we need to get done. And then the habit just kicks into procrastination. And before you know it, you're on your social media for 2 hours and you already have something else that you need to get done. So I'm going to give you 7 tips that I feel that could be supportive. At least they're supportive for me. And now keep in mind that everyone is different. And I know for me what happens is sometimes one of the 7 will work and the other time maybe 2 or 3 of the 7 will work. So it's always up to where you are at that particular time. The first one is acknowledging it, right? So if you're not going to be willing to acknowledge that you currently are having or experience a habit of procrastination, there's no way that you're going to change it. The second step, which might sound a little odd, but it's really impactful, is to forgive yourself. So you spend 2 hours on social media and you know you should have been doing something else. Just forgive yourself for that in that moment, so then you can really have the momentum to move forward, the motivation to move forward, to really get what you want to get done. So the next one is breaking it down into intervals. This is the one I struggle with the most. Because as I mentioned before, I'd rather just sit in one large block and get it all done. However, I never have the time to do that. So it would be much more supportive for me to break it down into intervals. And research has proven that breaking it down into intervals actually gets it done. And besides, it's more gentler and a lot easier to actually get accomplished if it's broken down. The next thing is actually getting started. So that's one of the hardest things, is to get started, for us to get out of our head and really into the physical action. So there's a technique that most people try, which is a countdown. So you can go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and just begin whatever it is, right? Because that gives you a small amount of time to be in your front part of your brain and go right into the part that'll allow you to get the action into whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. The next thing is to set up some type of celebration and or consequence for you doing the action or not. So most of the time we get things done and we don't ever celebrate our victories. So, and it doesn't have to be anything huge, something very small to just recognize that you actually did what you said you were going to do. Now, if you don't, you also need a consequence. So setting that up before, so you're really clear what that is with yourself so that you can honor your commitments. The next thing is to have an accountability person. So whether that is a classmate, a co-worker, your significant other, just someone that can hold you accountable, right? In the times that you need to be held accountable for what you say you're going to do. Or what you can also do is tell people what it is that you are going to start doing. So then when they don't see it done, they're going to ask you for it. For example, when I was about to run the marathon, or when I had the thought of running the marathon, I told a lot of people. So every time I was out and they saw me, they said, how's it going? How's the training going? So that really encouraged me to continue that training and actually accomplish running the marathon. And lastly, have people around you that truly inspire you. So Jim Rohn says that the 5 people you spend the most time with is really a demonstration of who you are. So think about that. Who are the 5 people that you spend the most time with? And make sure that the people that are around you are really encouraging and inspiring, so that you really feel motivated and you really feel that you want to get the things that you want to get done. So remember, it's not that you or I are procrastinators. We just have habits and tendencies of procrastination. And every habit and tendency can be changed if we truly create the atmosphere, the environment, the self-discipline necessary to propel ourselves forward. What are some of the coping mechanisms, tools that you have used to help you procrastinate less? Please share with the community below. And if you found this video helpful, please like and don't forget to subscribe. Doing that definitely helps me be more encouraged to do more videos. All right, till next time.